The Old Guard is Netflix's latest original film and their latest original based on a comic book. It follows a group of immortals who have been warriors throughout the ages. And we find them on the run from a mysterious group trying to take that immortality away from them. So I really enjoyed this movie, this latest Netflix original, The Old Guard, based on the comic book, which I didn't know before having seen the trailer. Actually, I'd never heard of The Old Guard, but that always makes me a little bit extra curious, especially when it's a Netflix original and it's based off a comic book. I've pretty much liked all of theirs that I've checked out, at least so far. So yeah, I was kind of excited to check this out, or intrigued to check this out. Excited might not be the right word, but intrigued to check this out, and I thought it did a pretty great job. I thought the best kind of comparison I have is that this is almost like a John Wick, if John Wick could get shot a bunch of times while he was doing his stuff and he had like 3 other teammates. So yeah, I really enjoyed this, liking that kind of, gung fu style of John Wick, and the latest kind of the action movies that have kind of been spawned from that style since then, of very, very visceral, using guns as almost like a extra, like a punching, or like a fist, I should say, like a punching thing. Wow. But yeah, so I really enjoyed the action style. The story was pretty, like, once you kind of get introduced to it, it does kind of follow the regular beats of being introduced to this team, and nothing caught me off by surprise too much in this one. That's the kind of one downside I'll say about this film, is it didn't surprise me. It didn't it didn't do anything that I wasn't expecting or thought might happen when I heard the premise and I saw the trailer. So that's one little thing I didn't love about it, but overall I still enjoyed watching it because I do enjoy, like I said, the John Wick style of action, and mixing in the supernatural element of them being immortals and the kind of fun you get to have a little bit with that, or where you see, especially when they add a little extra element to their mortality, which adds a little bit more risk to it, and so it makes it a little bit more interesting. But overall, I just really enjoyed it, particularly the action. That's where if you're going into this for anything other than a cool action film, you might be a little disappointed. The characters are interesting enough. There's nothing like, I would have liked to dive a little bit more into them. My one thought I had actually while watching this show, or this movie, was might have been better as a TV show, so you had more time to learn about these characters, because they're immortals. They've been around for a very long time, and we only spend 2 hours with them in this movie, so it would have been nice to, learn a little bit more about their pasts and where they've gone throughout the ages, and we get a little bit of that, but I would have liked a little bit more, and would have been, like I said, I think it would have benefited if it was told through maybe a season of a television show as opposed to just a 2-hour movie. That being said, it was an enjoyable 2-hour movie, very fast. I don't want to say too fast paced. It was well paced. So that's the right way to put it. It didn't it didn't drag, but it also didn't feel like nonstop, like there was something happening all the time. There was a good amount of action, but it was balanced well with trying to give us character moments. I guess maybe I'm a little just blank to some of the character moments, but there was some character moments. I should give them that. There was a little bit of character development. I just would have liked a little bit more, just because we have, there's 4 immortals on the team already, and they bring in a new person, so there's just a lot of people you're trying to get to know in a short period of time, especially since you're spending a lot of this time getting to know the new person more than the people who've already been around for a while. So that was just the one thing I could have, but that's also not a bad thing. Having characters that I'm curious about, and a concept in a world that I'm curious to learn more about, is only a good thing to be said about a movie, or about any story really. Is if it makes you want more, then they're doing a good job, right? So yeah, overall I would definitely recommend this if you're a fan of John Wick type action films. If you're going into this hoping for something more superhero-y, it's along the lines of, what's one with a lot of bullets and shooting, like a Punisher style one, if again Punisher could get shot himself as well. So yeah, that's why I definitely recommend checking it out if you like John Wick style of action. If you want to see just a fun kind of well-paced, like the action is fast-paced, but then the whole movie overall's pacing is well-paced. So yes, if you're interested in that, I definitely recommend it to you. But be sure to let me know in the comments below if you'll be checking out The Old Guard on Netflix, and if you have, what you thought of it. Be sure to let me know in the comments below. But thanks again for joining me today. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Have a good one.